Curious what's inside the Clarity Code? Well, hang with me for a second and let me show you behind the scenes. So when you launch this assistant, this is not just a plug and play of prompts that you're putting into ChatGPT and making it really cumbersome. This is a custom assistant that I built specifically for mortgage professionals. Look, I know you're busy. You guys don't have a ton of time to tinker with this kind of stuff. So I took away all of the friction and made this a slick assistant that you can bust out in literally 2 hours or less. So when you launch this assistant, it is going to first attack the angle of your brand identity. So we're going to talk about how you talk. We're going to look at things like email voice, Instagram, or social media, long form content, video, lots of different ways that you show up and content that you write. Here's the cool part. This is not suggestive of how you should talk to get more clicks and likes and attention. This is literally going to take content that you have already produced, and then it's going to reverse engineer and tell you exactly what your style is. So we're not trying to make you sound like somebody you're not. We're actually just helping amplify who you already are. So the second piece that we're going to look at is your origin story. We're going to work on crafting a story that helps connect. Why did you get in this business? Why do you love helping people? Who do you love helping? Those kinds of things. And then it's going to package that together so that you can use that across, your About You section on your website, bios on different profiles, things like that. And the third section that we're going to look at is we're going to get really nitty gritty in your ideal client and your ideal partner personas. We're going to analyze who do you love working with and what are their challenges? What are their moments that make them want to come work with you? What are their fears? What are their desires? All kinds of deep psychodemographic prompts. We have 14 different prompts for each section. So we go really deep, comprehensive into building these personas so that when you're done with your brand book, you will have a very thorough, exhaustive code that you can hand over to your AI assistant, who will then know who you are, how you talk, and who you're talking to. So let me ask you this. If you hired an assistant to ghostwrite for you to help produce your content, my guess is you would take some time to teach them who you are and how you talk, right? It's your credibility on the line. It's no different with AI. So the whole point of this exercise is to put into a succinct document everything you can tell it about you so that it can create the best possible, most authentic, brand-aligned content. Look, there's nothing more frustrating than writing a prompt, getting an output that sounds robotic, and then arguing back and forth with ChatGPT trying to get the prompt to sound just like you. This exercise removes that friction so that when you're done, there's really no reason that AI shouldn't know you. At the end of this, when you start prompting, you should be getting near perfect outputs because you've done all of the legwork up front to train your AI. So that's a little behind the scenes on what this tool does and why it is an absolute game changer for you using AI.